Hello everyone. Today is September 28th, 2019. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today, we need to move forward together, united, to create excellence. Today, our tentative agreement was ratified by Local 1000 membership. So now, it's time. It's time for us to work together for the 2021 election. I'm reaching out to MTC, Sophia Perkins, Kevin Menninger, Tony Owens, Annika Walls. Let us put our differences aside. Let us put the past in the past. Let us work together to create a new culture for Local 1000. I've already announced that I'm running for president. Everyone knows, June 30th, 2018. Now it's time for us to come together. And I keep repeating this. It's vitally important that we come together. We need one team. We need one leader. We cannot continue to work in secrecy. We cannot have secret meetings with different people. We must come together. Our supporters, people who support myself, people who support MTC, they're asking the same question. Why are we not working together? What is the problem? So here's what I say. If I've done anything to upset you, to offend you or your supporters, I ask you to please forgive me. I ask you because that's the right thing to do. That's the love that's inside my heart. I know I have true destiny to become the new Local 1000 president. But I also know I need your support. I need us all to work together. We can't afford to wait to 2021 in January to announce who we're running with. We can't afford to continue to work in secrecy. We must be transparent, open, communicate our ideas in videos so everyone knows where we stand. And I have to say this, in the 2018 election, when I ran and I was supporting David Harms, Annika Mayo, and Leslie Wong, I can tell you, they didn't want to do videos, but they respected me. They believed in what I was talking about. I believed in what they were talking about. I still believe in them. And I want to say thank you for having the courage, David, Annika, and Leslie, for doing videos with me. But for the 2021 election, I'm asking MTC to join with me. We must create a new culture for Local 1000. The salary stipend has been a big issue. So MTC has decided, the vice presidents, to take the salary stipend. Annika will take the money. So for over the next 2 years, that's going to be over $52,000. That sounds like a tremendous campaign fund. Here's what I will do from my end. I will voluntarily pay out of my money $21,000 to show you my sincerity as running for president, because I believe in Local 1000 and I believe in all represented employees and not just members. Therefore, I'm going to take the next several minutes, it will be longer than several minutes, and lay out 21 things that I think, 21 points that I believe is vitally important, that's going to be crucial to the 2021 election, regardless if the current president runs again for election or she has already chosen a successor to run to fill her place. Okay, so let's take our time and let's address these 21 points. Please follow me. Okay, point one, transparent accountability videos. Why do I insist on this? Anyone that's running for statewide office in 21 must do videos that can be viewed on social media or on their website. Why do I insist? Because we have to know what a person's vision is for Local 1000. We can no longer operate in secrecy, which leads into point two, transparent accountability. Once you elect me as your next Local 1000 president, all Local 1000 Board of Director meetings will be videotaped for accountability. That way, you won't have to worry about what's really going on with Local 1000. Everything will be on video to be viewed at the Local 1000 website. Point 3, transparent accountability once again. All Local 1000 leaders who wish to run in 2021, they must be willing to show their current credit report and tax forms. Now, I know that sounds invasive, but there's a reason why I insist on this. Oftentimes, people make statements. They're going to do this for you. They're going to do that for you. And when they get elected and become your leader, they don't do any of that. If you can look inside someone's credit report and look at their tax returns, you're going to see if, number one, they have financial discipline, and number two, are they trustworthy? That's why I insist for all Local 1000 leaders running in 2021, they must show their current credit report and tax forms. Now, let us get to point 4. Point 4 is really, really important. It's really the basis of my campaign. We must eliminate all financial spending on politics and non-germane activities. Why do I insist? Politics has divided our union. I am not just for the due pay and membership. I'm for all represented employees. Not all of us are Democrats. Not all of us are Republicans. Not all of us are independent or Green Party. Some of us choose not to be part of any political party. We cannot be involved in national agendas or even state agendas that involves politics, that are not germane to our contract and job representation. That's why I said point 4 is so important. Now, let's go to point 5. The dreaded term limits. If we're going to really create a new Local 1000, we have to establish term limits for all Local 1000 leadership. I repeat, for all Local 1000 leadership, we need term limits, a 2-term max, not just for the statewide officers. We need it for all elected officials for Local 1000. That way, we can get more people involved with our union. In fact, the reason why we get the same people elected and we get the same results, because we don't have more people involved. We can't afford to do this anymore. Now, point number 6, the salary stipends. It's about the money, everyone. Do you realize we have to stop this salary stipend? Even though MTC has agreed to take it, we must end this salary stipend. As of July 1st, 2019, our current president makes $66,000 a year in annual salary stipend. That's more than 40% of our union. I'm going to repeat this for you. Our current president, as of July 1st, 2019, makes $66,000 a year in annual salary stipend. More than 40% of our union. We have to stop this. Okay, now my next point, point 7. This is really, really controversial. We must have voting for all represented employees of Local 1000. And we need to make everyone a job steward. And now you're probably wondering to yourself, how can we get this done? It can be done. Why do I say this? We shouldn't be charging people to vote. It's un-American. We should not be charging someone to vote, whether it's for leadership elections or contract ratifications. That should not be happening. We must let everyone feel like they're equally respected and valued. And when you're having problems in your work site, you should not be the only job steward in your work site. Everyone in your work site that's represented by Local 1000 should be a job steward. That means we have to eliminate the lapse program. That shows too much favoritism. It's too biased. We got to do this. Point 7 is really important. Now, that leads into point 8. In order to get everyone involved in our union, we got to take away these time requirements to run for statewide office or any other position. There should be no time requirements. Eliminate that. That way we can get more people involved with our union. Okay. Now, point number 9. We got to establish a new culture so all represented employees feel equally valued and represented. And that's why I keep saying, let everyone be able to vote. Let everyone be a job steward. Get out of politics. Talk about things that only brings us together, not things that divide us. Which, after point number 9, about establishing a new culture, how do you do that? Well, it's point number 10. Stop the bullying. This bullying atmosphere we have in our union. If you vote no on the contract, you're being bullied. If you don't like so-and-so, you're being bullied. We got to stop all that. We don't allow our bosses to bully us. Why would we allow someone within our own union to bully us? Eliminate the bullying atmosphere. Now, point number 11. To really create a new culture for our union, we need more staff. We need more Local 1000 staff. And the current staff that we have for Local 1000, they need to know that we value them. Well, we need to restore their retiree health care that was taken from them in their last contract. How can we negotiate with the state of California and talk about retiree health care when we don't even give retiree health care to our staff that's supporting us? That's hypocrisy. That is hypocrisy. Which brings me into point number 12. We got to hire professional contract negotiators. We have to do this. If we're going to get great contracts in the future, we need professional contract negotiators. I respect our bunk team and our D-Burs, but we have to improve this dramatically. This has to happen. And by hiring professional contract negotiators, realizing how important our contracts are, our ability to take care of our families, now we can get a 21% pay increase with no offsetting deductions. That's my point number 13. 21% pay increase. They tried in this current tentative agreement to get it, and we failed. We won't fail in the future if you'll elect me as your Local 1000 president. Okay, which takes me to point number 14. A 21% pay increase for everyone across the board means one thing. You don't need special salary adjustments for different job classifications. Because when we give special salary adjustments to different job classifications, it causes dissension, it causes divisiveness, it makes one person feel they're more valued than you. We're all in this together. Whether you're a custodian, or whether you're in IT, whether you work at the prison system, we are all in this together. Special salary adjustments only causes division. Now, into point number 15. With the next contract, we must have GeoPay and COLA for everybody. If you work in a high cost of living area, you need GeoPay. This current tentative agreement that was ratified, stating just 4 counties, you and I both know this is not right. What about the people in LA, the people in San Francisco, to mention also San Diego? We need GeoPay for anyone who lives in a high cost of living area, and we got to reestablish the fact that in our prior contracts, we used to have COLA. Somehow we've forgotten our past. We got to reestablish that. Now, point 16. We have to stop the OPEB. Right now we pay 2.3%, and it goes up to 3.5% on July 1st, 2020. It'll be that way for the duration of this new contract. Our next future contract, we got to stop this. We have to end this. You're already taking less in pay to work for the state of California. And now they're saying that's not good enough. We want you to contribute for your retiree health care. No, that's not true. In fact, it was guaranteed, our retiree health care, unless we agreed to negotiate it. And the prior governor was able to convince all 12 public sector presidents to negotiate retiree health care. That was a mistake. We, Local 1000, as the largest public sector union in California, if we would have said no to OPEB years ago, the other 11 public sector unions, they would have said the same thing. It's the power of being together. Now, point 17. We cannot sign future contracts with a no-strike clause. That won't work. A union's power comes from their ability to strike. I've been saying this, and saying this, and I'm going to keep saying it. If you don't have the ability to strike, you don't have a union. If you don't have the ability to go on strike, you don't have a union. If you sign a contract with a no-strike clause, you still have the ability to go on strike if you reach an impasse during contract negotiations. But this contract won't tell you that. We must never sign a contract with a no-strike clause, which goes into point number 18. We need to establish a strike fund. I'm going to say it again. Point number 18. We must establish a strike fund. And not just establish it, you must use it. You must have the courage and the conviction to not only do a strike vote, but you must be willing and follow through on that and go on strike. Okay. Point number 19. Currently in our policy file, there's no procedure about how to protest a ratification vote. I'm going to say it again. Currently in our policy file, there's no procedure in place to protest a contract ratification vote. Now, in our policy file, there's a procedure about union elections. If someone runs for office, they can protest if they lose, but not for contract ratifications. So even though it was nice that we thought, hey, we can vote no on the contract and that we can fight this current contract off, when they announce that it's been ratified, which has been ratified today, you won't be able to protest it. Okay, finally, point 20 and 21. They're kind of together. Point 20 is this: accountability once again. All the questions we ask about our union, you elect me as your president, we're going to put all those questions on the website with their answers. And that way you have historical evidence that when you ask something, the union will respond on the website. It won't be any responses of, oh, just call me, we'll talk to you over the telephone. If you talk to someone over the telephone and you don't have it in writing, you don't have anything. I'm gonna say this to you again. Point number 20, accountability. Publish all the questions for Local 1000 and put their answers on the website for evidence, for accountability. Phone conversations is not enough. And finally, the last point. Point number 21. Electing me as your Local 1000 president means one thing. Well, it means a lot of things. But the most important thing is we're going to create a new independent Local 1000. And we're also going to reduce your dues by 50%. What does a new independent Local 1000 mean? That means we look at things totally differently. We keep some of the things of the past, but we have to eliminate a lot of things of the past that has hindered us since the time we started. This affiliation with SCIU in Washington, D.C., the color purple and gold, that has hindered us. That hasn't brought us together. That hasn't made us stronger together. Therefore, we need to create excellence in all that we do by focusing only on us. Sure, there's a lot of issues across America that are highly important. But what's the most important issue to Local 1000 is for us to work together, to be united together, to eliminate all the division. Okay, I want to thank you for your time. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. Today is September 28th, 2019. Thank you.